Hi, Sabrina here with another book review. You will notice I'm not holding a book. That's because I recently signed up with Netgalley, which was probably a huge mistake because I'm not a big e-reader, and I asked for an e-arc of Frostheart 2 Escape from Aurora by Jamie Littler, which comes out on the 1st of October in the UK. It's the sequel to Frostheart, this rather lovely book, which has the most gorgeous illustrations. Mine has beautiful edges, so yeah. Anyway, it's a sequel to Frostheart, and I was asked to do an honest review in exchange for an arc. So I have done that. I've posted my review on Netgalley. I have posted quite a long review on my book blog, linked down below. And so I just thought I'd finish up the trilogy, as it were, and do a review quickly on here on my channel. So Frostheart 2 Escape from Aurora follows on directly to Frostheart. Ash and the crew of the Frostheart Pathfinder team have arrived in Aurora. Ash is looking for the final clues to find his family, and he's also desperately searching for somewhere where he'll be accepted for what he is. Ash, of course, is a song weaver who, for most of the strongholds within the area, are despised and outcast and feared. And Ash is obviously not wanting to be one of those guys. He wants to be accepted and welcomed. He wants a family. So the main thrust for Ash is that desire to belong. Those of us that are like read this kind of storyline before will know where this is going, but it's the way that this journey gets there that makes it really endearing, that you grow with Ash as he learns new things about himself and about the world around him. You learn more about the Frostheart crew, relationships are built and strengthened. I particularly like the relationship between Ash and Luna. She has her own quest that she's on, and it's not easy for her, and Ash wants to help her, but he doesn't know how to help her, and Luna's not very accepting of his help. So that was an interesting little tangle that their friendship had to work through, and it made him stronger for it by the end. There's also Taboo, his Yeti guardian, who just wants the best for Ash, who would like him happy, but will do whatever he can to protect him and support him. And there's so many lovely moments between the two of them where you know what Taboo is feeling, and Ash doesn't quite understand what's going on because he's still a kid. He doesn't get it yet. So that was really nice to see. Obviously, Escape from Aurora, as the title would kind of tell you, that Aurora's not as great place as Ash really hoped it would be. And the grinding gears of war are being driven. There is upheaval within the Pathfinder world, and the crew of the Frostheart find themselves almost at the centre of this without even meaning to. That Ash's own journey is pushing this confrontation that's going to happen between Songweavers, Leviathans, and the Pathfinders. And there's quite a striking scene fairly early on where the Songweavers are being gathered up because they're being made to fight and control Leviathans, to go and fight other Leviathans. And it's really symbolic seeing all those Songweavers, men, women and children, the text actually says, being forced to walk down the street to a new encampment outside of Aurora, outside of the main stronghold, where they'll be trained, they'll be fed, they'll be given houses. And these people are like, but I've got a job, I've got a family, you know, why are you taking the children? And that's obviously very symbolic of Jewish persecution, you know, any minority group that has been persecuted because they're different. It's very clear there, but told in complete context of the story. It's not just like, well, here's a message for you. It's like, oh, hey, that's not fair. You know, kids are going to realise that's not fair. They're Songweavers. They're not evil people. Ash isn't an evil person. Why are they being forced to do something that they don't want to do? Why aren't they being given the choice? Kids are going to pick up on that really, really quickly. And I thought it was really good. And it's like, yeah, we do need to accept that people make terrible choices and terrible excuses for mistreating a group of people because they fear them. Frostheart 2 also delves more into the history of the world and the before times, as it were, and what caused the downfall and the rise of the Leviathans. So we're learning more and more about how this world has come to be, what's drawn it into this situation. So it's really fascinating seeing that all gently unravel and, you know, this is why things the way they are, this is what's happened. There's still secrets to be found out, but we've been given a huge like history lesson. But it's bit by bit. We learn it as we go. We learn it through Ash's quest. You've got the sort of the last third of the story where things really sort of ramp up, and Ash and the crew are being pursued. Things are not going well. Someone's terribly hurt. It just goes from bad to worse. And then I can't tell you the ending because, whoa, what a spoiler. But the way things all loop together and come to a head at the conclusion, it's so neat, and it's like that just makes so much sense, and everybody's in the right place and they're doing their quest, their personal journey, their goal, but it all comes to one point. And the cliffhanger, oh yeah, I can't believe I've got to wait another year to get the answer, because I read that and literally screamed out loud. So you can't leave it there, you just cannot do that. It is going to have so many consequences for the Frostheart crew, so much. Yeah, whoa, what a move. So Frostheart 2, Escape from Aurora, like I say, it comes out on the 1st of October in the UK. I don't know when the American publication date is. I'm sorry, I should have researched that beforehand. I'll see if I can find it and put it down below for you. It's a cracking sequel. This is so good. So many trilogies, particularly YA trilogies lately, have had a dragging second book. This doesn't stop. This is one literal ride from the start to that cliffhanger. Everything is plotted off. Everybody gets their moment. The history is developed. The characters are developed. It's so easy to read. I mean, I'm not an e-reader person. People who watch me regularly will know I don't read ebooks at all. I really struggle with them. They give me a headache. I find it hard to concentrate. I forget I've got them. I need a physical book there to remind me, you need to read me. But I ploughed through this book. I loved it so much. It was so easy to read, and it was broken up by the beautiful illustrations. I'm so pleased the illustrations are in the book again, because they're just gorgeous. They add that little bit extra, and it's amazing to see the words actually visualised by the author himself. This is what he meant. This is what he wants you to see when he writes those words. So yeah, highly recommend this book. Frostheart series by Jamie Littler. I highly recommend it. It's great for 8 to 12-year-olds, which is the middle grade bracket. But I would say adults, you can quite happily enjoy this book as well. It's a real proper adventure fantasy story. It really is. And it is heartwarming, and it just leaves you feeling good. It's one of those books you just feel good when you put it down. But yeah, watch out for that cliffhanger in book 2, because yikes. So Frostheart 2. Have you read it? No spoilers below though. And have you read Frostheart? Let me know what you thought about that book as well. I think I've got a review on my channel for that. I will link it down below if I have. If not, it's on my book blog as well. So in the description box, you will also find links to my Goodreads, Twitter and Instagram. As I said, my book blog's down there, and links to Booktubers that I think you should go and check out, because we really need to kick the algorithm into touch. As always, thank you very much for watching, and happy reading. Be well.